We're back. I'm your host, Steve Alls, and with me is Empire Foods corporate chef, Ben Day. Chef, we started out with a perfect grilled appetizer. We had a bacon blue cheese slider.
It was delicious.
You know, we were talking about this menu, what we're gonna do today, and you had mentioned something that you wanna do with pulled pork barbecue.
Yeah.
What's this next dish called?
Well, we're going to do ourselves a pulled pork and white cheddar quesadilla. It's going to be done with a little bit of 2-year aged cheddar cheese, some mango peach salsa, and it's going to be garnished with a little bit of lime sour cream.
Lime sour cream, that's a nice touch at the end.
Yeah.
So what's our first step here?
All right, first things first, we have a pan already warm. We're going to get some oil in here.
And we're making the filling for this, correct?
We're going to make the filling first because
everything but the cheese.
Yeah, everything but the cheese, because the tortilla and the cheese are relatively fast.
Yes.
So we have going first is we have a warm pan, warm oil. We get a little onion going.
I know you always like to put that salt on that onion.
Yes,
to draw
I do.
Out that moisture.
I like to draw out the moisture. I also like to let it start to work first before I add garlic, because the garlic will burn fast. And with the onion being in there first, it allows it to, come up slow.
Yeah. And that garlic in the pan first is a bad idea, because it seems like it always burns.
Always burns, always burns. Have to start over, have to start over, have to start over.
Oh boy, that's smelling good. You smell that garlic already.
Right. I like this idea because, I'm not going to say there's anything wrong with a barbecue sandwich, but this is a little bit different take on,
It's a little less bread, you know? You're using a tortilla instead of, a big bulky bread. Less carbs.
Absolutely, there you go, less carbs.
Are the enemy these days,
That's right, that's right. All right, we're going to go with a little bit of corn.
There you go.
We got a little bit of black beans, probably not going to use all of them. And I have a private selection savory spice blend here, which does have
your own spice blend, but what's in this?
This one is Southwestern flavors, and it has a little bit of a lime essence in it. So I'm imagining that what they use
probably
was
cumin, oregano,
and then
lime salts, probably
dried lime salts or dried lime zest, something along those lines.
You kind of smell that as it's starting to go there.
Yep. All right. So now. Got that
You're not
coming
really trying
together.
to cook this stuff, are you? You're trying to just warm it up and.
All these items are already ready to eat. Okay. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make one hopefully delicious quesadilla out of all these items that are just need to be brought up to temperature.
The quesadilla is typically looked at as an appetizer, but really, like we talked about, it can be a entree.
Yeah, it can be an entree. It can be done with potatoes, a salad.
I see this as something when you have pulled pork for dinner one night, you have some leftover, you want to stretch it out, this would be a great thing to do.
There you go. All right, so now we mentioned mango and peach salsa. We're going to put a little bit of it on the inside.
A little on the inside and the outside.
That's right. We're going to try to get the corn and the black beans all tied together to where everything starts to marry. And
man, that is just smelling so good.
Oh, it is. We had a couple yesterday down at Bonsack Kroger. Yeah, it was a hit. All right, now last but not least, we have a little bit of fresh tomato. Okay. Want to leave it, cook it as short amount of time as possible. We also have some fresh cilantro that I'm going to run a knife over. We don't really want this to get cooked down too awful much either.
It doesn't taste the same after it gets cooked. You just want to add it at the end.
Right, we want
to
add it
to chili a lot right at the end.
So, all right. All right, now what we're going to do is...
done, isn't it?
Yep, it's about done.
Okay.
Now we're going to switch spots. Bring this pan over here.
There you go.
We're going to get the tortilla in dry. And like I said, with a warm pan, this is going to come up pretty fast. Steve, if you don't mind...
Yeah, you want to brush some butter on this other side? I like this technique because you're going to warm that other side first, right?
Yep.
And then we're going to flip it, and then you're going to put that filling on there with the cheese, and it's going to melt that so much easier.
So much easier, and you're also going to get a nice toast on the on this side of the tortilla when it goes over. So and the one thing about the cheese that we're going to be using is that it's 2-year aged cheddar, and a lot of folks don't understand the aging process in cheese. And what goes on is that the cheese is actually allowed to the moisture is allowed to evaporate out of it. Right. So all the flavors that are left over, they continue to concentrate and become bolder, bigger,
sharper,
and sometimes saltier, and it's a more complete flavor. So I think we're going to be ready to flip this guy over.
You see the little bubbles forming on the outside of that.
Yep.
There you go.
There we go.
So the cheese is going down first, correct?
Cheese goes down first.
That will melt it.
Yes, that will melt it. Now,
Hey, that cheese sitting on the outside of the pan's good too, isn't it?
absolutely. I think we can call those crispy delicious. So, all right, we've got this going on. And the tortilla is still continuing to bubble a little bit.
Look at that. It's starting to melt a little bit.
Yep. All right, so now what we're going to do is, once again, being very careful with metal tongs on a nonstick pan. Come in here and get some of this filling.
You know, this filling could go a long way. You could probably make 3 or 4 quesadillas out of this.
Yeah. These are, you know, we could feed everybody here with what's probably in that pan.
I don't know.
All right, maybe not.
Now, you're only putting it on half of the quesadilla, correct?
That's right. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back and we're going to get us.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
That is perfect. I'll pick this up for you. You just want to put it over here and cut it into a couple pieces, aren't
Yep,
you?
we're going to get it.
Look at that. Look how beautiful that is.
All right. So first things first, one right down the middle. We're going to make it into quarters. All right, then we
That
go
is awesome.
1, 2, 3, and 4. Now this can be a meal. This can be for 4 friends to share.
Or me and you.
Or me.
During break.
Yes, that's true. All right, what we have here is a little lime sour cream, like I said, that wanted to explode on me.
It runs, it makes it a little more runny, right? And you can use it as a sauce instead of a big clump on top.
It's been thinned out
Yes.
to where, you know, what you're going to have is you're going to have something that is, like you said, not clumpy, not globby.
Let's move this over here so everybody can see.
Sure thing. All right, and so now we're just going to paint it across. And we're going to have a little bit of fresh cilantro on top. And then there is also a ramekin of the pineapple, of the mango peach sauce.
And you can kind of just put that on the side or whatever. That is a beautiful plate, man.
Thank you.
I like it. I like it a lot. When we come back, it's dessert time. But first, it's time to announce our winner of the Cookin' with Kroger sweepstakes.